So a billion per month are released onto the market via the time lock escrow. Ripple then distributes however much they need to onto the open market. And when I say distributes, I mean sell to fund their business. I don't make any bones about that. A lot of people, poo-poo on that. If your job was to build out the infrastructure for the network and get adoption, and it benefited you to have the token price go up, you would use the token to fund that business development. I'm not mad about it. They normally don't sell the full billion either. This year, it's been about 300 million per month that they put out onto the market, and they've re-escrowed about 700 million out of each one of those billion XRP releases. So, again, they could liquidate up to a billion onto the market per month. It's the first of the month when that comes out. They could also do none of it. They could also just re-escrow the whole thing if they wanted to cause a supply shock. So anyway, with the amount that's out there, let's do a little math here and think about how much value is transferred globally. You got 5 trillion a day for Swift. You got about $5 or $6 trillion a day on the back end of the stock market. You got another $5 or $6 trillion a day in FX markets. That doesn't count commodities. That doesn't count real estate. That doesn't count insurance. It doesn't count derivatives. And then all of the other economic activity for value transfer. So we'll just call it roughly derivatives and everything, $100 trillion a day that needs to be settled. You need a lot of a token out there in circulation to be able to, even at a decently high price, to be able to settle all of that money and value between counterparties. So the people out there that are telling you there's too much in supply and it's never going to be a high price, they don't understand the actual value transfer globally on a daily basis and the volume that was going to be moving over that network and needs to be settled on the back end. So just, again, you can do the math on that, be like a 5-digit XRP, which just happens to be what it's built to be to settle all of that value. It's been stated by David Schwartz and Arthur Brito and many other people that helped develop and build the XRP ledger. XRP is meant to operate at $10,000 plus if it is going to be the global backbone for settlement, which again, I'm extremely confident that is where it ends up.